Hello, everybody. It is Press Buttons. Welcome to another episode for the Tech Podcast with Press Buttons. I am so glad y'all can be with me today. So, last week, Google had their yearly Google I/O conference, and they talked about all the latest, updates for AI and Gemini and all the great stuff. So, we're gonna go ahead and go over everything that they talked about. Now, I may sound different. I am using my podcast, my little clip-on microphones, and the reason why is because my actual podcast microphone unfortunately broke. And one of my friends was playing with the cord and all that, and it broke. So unfortunately, it does not work. So I'll have to try to find a way to get a new one. Maybe it is better off just get a new one, honestly, just because this one it's on a stand and it just falls off, a lot. And so so we're going to be doing it through my phone. It's recording through my phone, but I have it plugged in. I have a adapter plugged in, and it's plugged in, and it's hooked up to my little on microphone. So this is unfortunately going to have to work for now, but hopefully we will get something going on at some point. So without further ado, we're going to talk about everything from Google I/O. I know this is a week ago. I just haven't done it, unfortunately, but we are here. We're going to do it. We are getting this done. Okay, so it's been a minute since I looked at the video, so bear with me. Hopefully we will get through it. Okay, so first thing they talked about was Gemini 3.5 Flash. Okay, and basically, according to their statistics that they showed, Gemini 3.5 is entirely better in all ways than Gemini 3.1 Pro. So it's smarter and faster than 3.1 Pro, which I think is absolutely amazing. And there's a lot of great things that came to Gemini Pro or for Gemini. And I'll talk about, and of course, we'll mention that later here. But they also mentioned Gemini 3.5 Pro, which unfortunately they talked like they mentioned it, but they said that they'll be releasing it next month. So they haven't revealed anything, but they are going to release it next month, which will be June. Next thing is Gemini Omni. It is a prompt to video engine. Basically, you're going to be able to put in a text prompt to make a complete video using Gemini or Nano Banana Pro. So basically, this could be like an educational video. You can do different styles of animation, like you can do like they showed off claymation. But basically, you can just tell it to make a video, like an educational video, and it will go ahead and make an educational video for you, generated by AI. And it felt like that someone just animated like for the claymation one, it just looked like someone just animated an AI video, which I think is just really really cool. So yeah, so I thought that was really cool. But the next thing we're going to talk about is Gemini Spark. So this is going to be a digital companion, and it's going to be framed as your personal AI assistant that is able to fluidly guide you through your digital life. It can run tasks completely in the background with deep native support coming to Google Chrome. They're also going to be bringing something similar to mobile. It's going to be called Android Halo, which will be coming in the Android 17 update. They didn't say when, but it said it will be during the Android 17 update. And this will also be rolling out. It's out now for Google AI and Ultra subscribers. Sorry, Google AI Ultra subscribers. Sorry. Oh my gosh, I'm messing up. All right, we're all good. We're all good. So next thing is Docs Line. Now something that I use Google Docs. Okay, and I love it. I love Google Docs. I don't really use Google Slides all that much, but because I actually use Canva. I like using Canva. Canva I think is just really really great. What I like to do on Canva, we'll go off topic for just one second. What I like to do on Canva for a presentation I have to do for school is I just go on there and I just search up, or I just say make a presentation about that is like history themed. So if it's like history project, then it will generate out of it generates or it pulls it off of like the like a template online, and then it has all the information. But I just delete all the information, then just do my own research for whatever I have to do it for. But at least have that cool animation and the cool history theme that I asked for, and it can be for anything. It can also be for math, or I'm trying it for tech for one of my projects one time. It's really neat. I've never really been big into Canva, but then once I started, kind of learning about the AI features and all that, I really really liked it. I don't use the AI for the information. I use it for to make it look creative. Okay, but I actually put in all of the information together. So Google Docs Live. I love Google Docs. I use it always to write my papers and also to do notes, especially for this podcast. I took notes all over the video. And Google Docs Live. It is going to be, you can basically brain dump text or concepts, and Gemini will instantly build a professionally formatted Google Doc for you. So this will be available to Google AI Pro and Ultra subscribers this summer. Next thing that we're going to talk about is the Daily Brief agent. So basically, it operates directly inside Gemini to parse and present actionable data points. It'll display deep personal details for everything sitting on your calendar, reminders, and all that kind of great stuff. So next thing, they are going to, they said, quote unquote, reimagine the search box. Basically, the Google search box, they're changing it up, and you can now drop video files and basically documents directly into the search bar. And it actually rolled out today, which I think is absolutely amazing, which I don't really see. Oh yeah, I can see it, yeah. Like I can do my notes tab and I can just send it through. Let's see what it does. It takes me to the AI mode on Google, which I mean, it's been out for about a year or two. It's so cool. I think that's so amazing. Also, they're for the information agents. They're deployable persistent agents that track specific topics over time and continuous automated updates. So basically, information agents is going to be where, let's say, you want to know when I guess like a Switch 2 game is gonna come out. Like let's say you're looking for a Nintendo Switch 2 game. Maybe you're looking for this really, really big game like the new Star Fox game that's coming out this summer. Then you can, tell it to say, hey, I want to know price drops, I want to know this, I want to know that. And basically it will give you notifications and tell you when those things happen, which I think is absolutely amazing. Something very, very useful. So it kind of tracks, kind of the information that you need to know. And that will be rolling out this summer to Google AI Pro and Ultra subscribers. And there's also going to be generative UI. Google Search will build interactive widgets powered by anti-gravity. And anti-gravity is basically their new developing engine kind of. Basically, they'll be able to kind of take every like it was able to build like apps and websites, and it's like their new it's really, really powerful. And like the way how they described it, and something really, really cool that they mentioned is when they released Gemini on the MacBook. So they released the Gemini app on Mac about a month ago. Basically, when they had the team build the entire app, they were able to use it through anti-gravity, and it took exactly 100 days for them to build the app using anti-gravity. Also saw online that for all the Google apps, which is the new Google Health app that is coming out on May 29th, which will be tomorrow. Basically, anti-gravity, because all the Google apps on Apple isn't really the best. They look better on, of course, like a Samsung or a Pixel phone. But what they are doing is they are going to be able to do this thing where you'll be able to have Google. It will use anti-gravity. Anti-gravity will actually solve the problem to be able to make Google apps on iPhone and all the iOS or all the Apple devices look better. So I'm curious to see what this Google Health app is going to look like on May 29th. Hopefully they use anti-gravity to make it so that way it can look better it'll look great on all your favorite Apple devices. So next, there's a new thing called Universal Cart. And basically you can add retail items into one universal shopping cart directly from Google Search. You can do this also in Gemini, YouTube, and Gmail. And once when you add a product to the cart, the background agent will get to work by tracking the price drops and scanning for promo deals and alerting you immediately when an out of stock item is replenished. So I think that would be really, really useful for this one thing that you really, really want. Let's say the new Google Pixel phone, for example. Let's just say that. Let's say maybe it's so big, oh my gosh, you can add it to your universal cart, and then it will track, price drops, all the promo codes that you can find, or any deals on it. It also will let you know if it goes out of stock. It will tell you when it comes back in stock, which I think is really, really cool. It's going to come out this summer, which I think will be really, really interesting to see. Next thing is going to be there's going to be more intelligence. So like Ask Maps and Ask Google, or not Google, Ask YouTube. So for Ask Maps, you can ask Maps, Google Maps, complex questions using conversational AI. It will also give you highly tailored suggestions on where you want to go. So you can say I want to go here. or give me some suggestions about going, to, a fun family place, but a place where my children won't get scared. I don't know. But basically, you can kind of, find that kind of great stuff for you. And also, you can, have it at a stop for you. They have integrated Gemini into Google Maps, which I think is really, really cool. I am still a Waze guy. I love using Waze because it's always up to date. I've already talked about why. You can go check out my podcast. It's kind of far back, but you can check out my podcast. Okay, so I published it back on November 18th in 2025. So that was a long time ago. So I compare Waze, Apple Maps, Google Maps. You can find out which one I like to use more. Spoiler, it is Waze, but you can find out and everything like that. And I kind of compare all of them. But you can ask Maps, about all that great stuff. And since they, like I said, since they integrated Gemini, you'll be able to, have it even be smarter than ever before. Also, they're rolling out Ask YouTube, and we're rolling out this summer. You can ask YouTube using AI to fast forward to and give you highly specific video segments or custom playlists based on your text requests. Like you say, I'm trying to help my child learn how to ride a bike. Then you can go and it'll actually find a video for you, which I think is really, really interesting. And it also will fast forward you to the segment. So they come on this thing called C2PA Content Credentials Verification, and it's out on Gemini, and it will roll out to search in Chrome soon. But basically, what this is, I think this is absolutely amazing, and this really wowed me a lot. And I think this will wow a lot of people, and maybe it could help a lot of people. And basically, what it was able to do, it has hardware and software traceability, so it'll be able to tell you exactly which phone model you take a photo, as well as what editing app was used to modify it. It also has an AI authenticity check, and it will verify whether the photo is fully AI generated or authentic. It is powered by the new Synth ID technology. So Google came out with Synth ID, where it basically checks for AI and all that great stuff. So they're also partnering with other companies such as OpenAI, Kakao, and 11 Labs to partner with this. NVIDIA has already been signed on to the deal for a year, and basically OpenAI, Kakao, and 11 Labs will expand into the SynthID ecosystem adoption. There's a new thing called Google Pix and Google Flow. So Google Pix, it will roll out this summer to AI Pro and Ultra subscribers. You'll be able to use AI to edit completely optimize your photos, all pictures edited, and they're also watermarked with Synth ID. Also, and there's one part they did a little demonstration during the keynote that I really wanted to point out. Basically, they showed they were taking a video of a person, and they changed the background of it in the environment around them, and they were able to maintain the character with the exact same presence and actions as that they did before. Like they were able to change what the person looked like. Like you could change it into like this like glob, or I think that's what they turned it into, like some like stick figure, or not stick figure, like some animated person. I don't really know. But it was able to keep the exact same rhythm of how they were walking, all the action that they were doing, which I think was really, really cool. Definitely kind of scary, I will say that, but I can definitely see people like trolling with this for sure. But yeah, I think it was really, really cool. There will be a new agent in Google Flow. It will take a flat picture. So basically, it took a flat picture and used AI to instantly project it across 16 different points of POVs, or different POVs and spatial camera angles. So basically, it took a picture of this girl sitting on a car, and it took a picture, like just one regular picture on a phone, and it was able to AI generate different angles, like from the back of the car, on the side of the car, in front of the car, yeah, everywhere. And it was able to take 16 different POVs, and it was different spatial camera angles, which I think was really, really cool to make it look more immersive, with just instead of a regular picture, you got this immersive picture. Also, they also announced Google Flow Music, where they were able to take a raw piano sample, audio sample, and they were able to change the genre into a hip hop rhythm jam kind of thing. So it was able to kind of change it into a different kind of rhythm and kind of vibe, I guess is what you could say. So all the new features we just said just a few minutes ago with Google Pix and Google Flow, it is available now to Google AI Plus, Pro, and Ultra subscribers. And we're going to talk a little bit more about anti-gravity. It is used for software development and heavily optimized for the new Gemini 3.5 Flash model. Basically, what they were able to do is they did a little demonstration of they were able to build Do y'all know the game Doom? Do y'all know what this is? It's like an action game. I don't really know too much about it, but basically, it is able. Basically, he was able to build a game, a pixelated game using anti gravity, which I think is really cool. It was. He was also able to create an operating system from scratch using anti gravity. So anti gravity, just like talking about that, very powerful, I guess is what you could say. Incredible, very powerful. Now, the last thing that they talked about, and this is the part that we were all kind of waiting for. They were announced last year, I think. Yeah, I think it was last year. Yeah, they announced about some Android smart glasses coming in. And let me tell y'all, they dug into it during the presentation, and I'm telling you, it was so cool. So cool. Let me leave you all on a cliffhanger for a second. We're gonna talk about one last thing before we talk about that. I want to save that for the very end. They officially changed the prices for Google for the Google AI plans. So they now have Google AI Pro, which is 20 or 19.99 a month, Google AI Ultra 5X, which is 99.99 a month. And then Google AI Ultra 20 plus or 20X is $199.99 a month. So basically it has higher limits for Gemini, which I think is absolutely crazy. Yes, so they were able to lower the prices, which I think is really good. Now, to officially talk about the new Android glasses, these are really cool. I'm telling you, these are absolutely amazing. So they are called Android XR. So it's gonna have built-in Gemini, of course, not really surprising. It's gonna have music streaming, photos, phone calls, and it can tap into your phone apps, which is something that the Meta glasses cannot do. This is going to be basically a direct competitor against the Meta Ray Bans, or just the Meta smart glasses in general. I'm curious to see what Apple's going to do as well, because Apple, I know they're developing smart glasses for Apple, but it will pair to Android. And I cheered when they said they're gonna let it pair to iOS, so it will seamlessly pair to Android and iOS. And this is the part where I was so excited. I thought this was gonna be just for Android, but they decided to let it go for iOS as well. So you have an iOS device and you want the Android glasses, you are gonna be just fine. They're going to have two styles of the smart glasses, and they're gonna be made by Gentle Monster and Warby Parker. I never heard of Monster, but they look kind of more like those. They don't look like normal glasses, I guess is what you could say. Warby Parker, I feel like most people have know what that is, but they're more the Warby Parker is the like the well known brand, and basically they did a demo. So basically, what the demo was, it showed Gemini running smoothly in the background on the phone. Basically, you were so basically what this girl did, she decided she wanted to order a coffee from DoorDash from a local coffee shop, and she was able to say, order DoorDash or whatever, or like order this drink from this restaurant on DoorDash, and literally it was able to order a drink from DoorDash, and she was able to go and pick it up. But it's kind of scary. I'm still curious to see how exactly they're going to do this, how they're going to accomplish this, but we're going to find that all out later. Like they were like, remember we talked about the Android show IO edition, and remember how I said they were able to take a picture of like this calendar, or this poster. It had a picture of like a concert that's happening, and they were able to get tickets via Ticketmaster, and it automatically bought the tickets. Surely there's gonna be one way to like confirm the tickets, and it was able to buy 4 seats. It didn't show like a ticket confirmation showing where you're sitting or all that, or how much it was. Like it could have just spent $1,000 on tickets. I don't know. But well, I'm curious to see what this will look like when we'll actually have the chance. So basically, something else that they were able to do. So Gemini was able to do open phone apps, and it was able to do tasks directly on the phone. Also, what they did is they took a photo of the audience, and it used Nano Banana to edit the photo to make it look fun. And it buzzed. She was wearing the Google Pixel Watch, and it buzzed her on her wrist, and she was able to see what the picture turned out to look like with the audience in the background. And also, she wanted it to say Google I/O 26 or 2026 or whatever in like fun letters. and is able to do it. And she basically just was able to see a preview of it on her watch. Like, I think is really, really cool. So I feel like Google's kind of focusing more on AI now. Like, this is basically just everything that we kind of talked about was just about AI. And of course, we talked about the glasses, but the glasses are kind of be AI focused, of course, just like the Meta glasses. But yeah, I think which is absolutely amazing for everything that they did. Very, very great presentation. I've never really looked at Android this way. Now I think Android's actually kind of cool. I am still sticking with Apple, of course, but I still think that Android's really at something. And all the personal context from Android that they've had for about a year or two or so. It just makes me so excited for WWDC happening on June 8th. And we're gonna get to see, yeah, June 8th through the 12th, we're gonna get to see the personal context features, and I'm just so excited to see it. Very, very excited, especially since I now have an Apple Intelligence phone, which is the iPhone 17 Pro. Very, very excited, y'all. This is just amazing. Tech is just absolutely amazing. AI is wowing people like crazy all over the world, and it's also scaring people all over the world as well. But it's amazing. But Google did an amazing job on the Google I/O. So this is honestly going to wrap it up for this podcast. I thank y'all very, very much for watching this podcast. Please follow the Tech Podcast, press buttons to hear more content like this for all tech. And yeah, thank y'all, everybody. Peace out, y'all. Bye bye.